Today we're taking a look at a brand new action figure line from Jazwares called Total Anime. And from what I understand, Jazwares has gotten the license to produce quite a few various anime characters. We'll flip this box around so you can see. This is the cross sale. Collect them all. This figure is actually number 3, and there are 5 here on the cross sale, and you can kind of see who's there and what to expect. I know these two guys are going to be releasing here in just a few days. This one popped out, it seems like, early. This one I think is up for pre-order, and truthfully I'm not sure if Chainsaw Man is actually out for pre-order. He must be at this point. But anyway, the figure that we are taking a look at is the first one that I've gotten through Amazon, and that is Yuji Itadori, and that's from the anime Jujutsu Kaisen. And, you know, forgive me, I've never really said those words out loud before, so if I kind of mix them up a little bit, then I apologize on that. But anyway, the reason I got this is if you followed my channel for any length of time, you know I've been pretty big into Fortnite action figures, and this guy is in Fortnite, and so that's one of the big reasons. And funny thing is, not just this character, but Eren Yeager, and I'm not even going to try, Izuku Mid. I have not watched these shows, forgive me. But these two characters are also in Fortnite, and I like to pick up figures that and see how well they blend with Fortnite figures. So anyway, this is what we're taking a look at today, the brand new Total Anime from Jazwares. This is what the right side of the box looks like, the name of the anime, and the number of the figure. And then you get this side. Now, it's fascinating to me that, I'll just point this out, that the figures are numbered by release. They're not like individually numbered based off of their series. So like all of these would be number 1. So what does that mean for all you people who collect, especially collect with numbers? Are you gonna have to collect all of these? Is that the point, or is that what Jazwares marketing is trying to do, is to get you to buy all of them? It's almost like Pokemon. But I suppose that is a discussion for another day. I'm just interested in getting this figure open, taking a look at it. I kind of cut the tape already, and I have not. This guy has a little piece right there. We'll see if we can just slice that out of there, which you just did. And we'll pull out these accessories, and we'll take a bit of a closer look at these accessories. We now got the figure and the accessories out of the box. First thing I'll show you is this nice clear oval figure stand. It's got a single peg on there, so you can peg the hole. Probably it goes this way, and then you can stand him up, and he's got a nice base there to stand on. We'll leave him there for right now. So now getting into actual figure accessories. Let's see if I can do this well. I don't know if I can. We've got this faceplate here, and we'll see if I can zoom in so you can see it. He comes with a couple face plates there. Let's see if we can grab this one. I've got a kind of a funny thing for the face plates just a bit, something I noticed. So there's that face plate right there. We've got a couple hands, so we got a set of open hands, and this one looks like that. And I'll be really honest, I don't know exactly what that is, just a hand tattoo. It might have something significant that I don't know, and I'll be real honest that I apologize. I've never seen the show, but I just generally like cool-looking action figures, and action figures that can pose and stack well next to Fortnite figures, especially when the character is in Fortnite. You got a couple left and right there for a kind of an open hand. I kind of wonder if this would hold a Fortnite accessory. You got a large piece of lightning accessory. It looks like the hand can fit inside here, and we'll get a little bit closer. Not real closer, but we'll get that actually attached. You have another smaller lightning energy ball with a hand piece there. Actually, let's just do that now, because why not? So we'll pull up his hand and we'll see. I think this will tuck right in there. Maybe not. Let's try this hand. We're gonna move him around a little bit. So it looks like it kind of, not really. Let's just throw everything around. I'm trying to figure out exactly how this fits in, because, oh, there. So something like that. I don't know if that's actually real proper or not. That doesn't look right to me. But any of you who've seen the anime will be able to leave a lovely comment in the below telling me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. So it looks like they fit this way. This falls right off though. If I tuck this in like so, I'm not really sure. That's about the best I've got, but I mean, that works a little bit better. Tell me, does this actually look like it's supposed to, or am I really screwing this up? That's actually pretty tight over there. Let's try that. I can't get the... Yeah, I must be on this right hand. So, I don't know, that looks really weird to me. Tell me why his lightning might aim up. I say lightning, it's probably like, maybe that's smoke from the energy blast. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it's a cool idea. I don't know that that looks really cool if you don't know the anime or the character very well. So, I said something earlier about the faceplate's kind of funny. So, you know, here's the character, and you probably know and love this character as you see him right there. But if you would like to age this guy up, I'm about to show you something you probably don't ever want to see, and probably have never seen, and probably are not going to like me for it. But as I was pulling this figure out of the package, his hair fell off. And if you want to, like, age him up a little bit, maybe midlife Yuji or something like that, you could just take the hair off, and now he's like balding. I know it's a flat head, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of bald anyway. So you can then pull off the faceplate and swap. Now it's interesting, you can see how the mechanics of the design of the head works. It's just a ball joint there. It's probably something you really don't ever want to see, and you know, I'm glad that I was able to share something you probably find horrific. I don't know, but we'll tuck the head on. This hair is very spiky. It kind of hurts to grab. But here is another faceplate in action. We'll swap it out, and you need to take both pieces off. I'm not sure exactly why or how it's designed, and maybe it's just that the hair falls off very easy. But when I pull the faceplate off, that brings the hair as well. And here is another look for you. So that's we'll just keep that one on for the remainder of the video. You can easily pop out a hand and swap it out for another one. So we'll just kind of do this kind of a pose right there. And we can pop off this hand and the fist hand, and then put this in, and the hinge works pretty well. You gotta loosen it up just a little bit. It's a brand new figure. So, there we go. Now we got him this way. Now, he looks pretty cool. I like his colors. We'll scoot all this stuff off. We've seen all this stuff now. But let's bring him a little bit closer if we can. To about there. I hope you can see well enough. My lighting's in a diminished capacity at the moment. But one thing I'm noticing that I think is kind of interesting as well. Now, I don't really like cell shading on a figure to try to create the anime or the animated look. But what they've done here is they've added some darker bits of paint in the wrinkles so that it gives it some depth. So right here through these wrinkles, you've got some little bits of black paint through there. And I don't see nearly as much on the leg. It's very subtle. Actually, I do see it's very subtle. It makes it a very kind of a darkish blue, the way they did it. And it doesn't look bad. I like the red shoes. So the articulation, this is kind of interesting. This is a very different type of figure for Jazzwares. Let me back him up a little bit. Let's bring in some other Jazzwares figures. Now, he's supposed to be about 6.5 inches. If I remember right, that's how they were marketing these figures, 6.5 inches, not 6, not 7. They advertised the Halo line a long time ago as a 6.5 inch scale. Here is Master Chief. He stands, oh shoot, what was it, about 7.25 inches, I think, tall. And we've got a Call of Duty figure here, which is another 6.5 inch line. So if you have either of these figures, you kind of have an idea of how tall this figure here is. Let's put the arm down, stand him a little bit straighter. That's not going to help He is a loose figure, and we'll get to that in a moment, but there you go. That's about how tall he stands next to some previous figures. Let me grab a Fortnite figure, which was not advertised as a 6.5-inch line. Put Master Chief back there. Hopefully it doesn't fall. So next to, say, Black Knight, you can see the height difference quite a bit. So if you, like me, bought this figure or want this figure to go with your Fortnite figures that also came from Jazwares, here's an idea of how well he might stack up. I've got one more Fortnite figure here we'll put next to Agent Peely. And Peely's a larger figure, so, you know, I think you could probably, as a friend of mine said, fudge it a little bit, because who's to say that Yuji isn't a little bit taller than Black Knight, but a little bit, you know, in between for Agent Peely. And I guess while we're at it, why don't I pull out some other figures to compare this figure with. This is a Dragon Stars Son Goku. And then we have Naruto. I believe this is an SH Figure Arts. It's been a while since I picked it up. So, oh, we got him stand. Check that out. Here's a few anime-based figures, and I've got a McFarlane All Might over here, who is, well, it's McFarlane, so he towers over everything else, because this is already a 7-inch figure. We got an Action Force figure there, and it looks like he lines up actually pretty well. We have a classified Doc right there. Let's bring in a couple Street Fighters. We have a Dalsum. Is it Dalsum? Dalsim? We got Chun-Li, so they seem to be just a little bit shorter than this figure. Alloy from the PlayStation collection of figures from Spin Masters. She is quite a bit shorter, so, you know, take that for what it's worth there. Let's do this one. We have a Black Series Mandalorian, who's really cold at the moment. He is ice cold. We have Spider-Man, Black Spider-Man. And shoot, it's been a long time. Is this Tigra? Tigress? Correct me in the comments below. I can't believe I forgot her name. If you buy independent figures, here's an Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figure. McFarlane DC Multiverse figure, Green Lantern right there. And the final figure is a Rowdy Roddy Piper. I think this is an Ultimates figure, if I remember correctly. And there we go. We got some nice height comparisons. So probably the moment you've all been waiting for, the articulation time. We'll do here at near the end of the video. The head rotates all the way around. It's on a ball joint. It's on, I think, a double barbell type system. The neck seems to get off just a little bit, so you got to rotate that. Like I said, the hair just pops off like crazy. This is a weird feeling figure compared to other Jazwares figures because, and I'll just pop it apart so you can see, it's got a lot of kind of open fabric areas. So it's kind of like they're just trying to keep it soft. Like, I guess if you were to feel somebody, they would feel soft. I don't know. There is a ball joint or a butterfly joint in there, but it's more like an all directions ball joint. It doesn't just go back and forth. It goes up and down, diagonal. It's kind of like, I think McFarlane does. Yeah, it's similar to a McFarlane kind of rounded butterfly joint. Has the arm that can go up that high. Both of them can. Kind of doing a weird pose there. Arm rotates around. A bicep rotation. Double pinless. This is a pinless figure. So the arm can go up that high. If you want him to do the splits, he can definitely do the splits. If you want him to sit, then he can sit about that way, except for he's got some weird gapping issues there. Probably, I'm sorry if you didn't really ever want to see that side of the character. His hips do drop down. These make me think, let me look here in this pile of figures. It makes me think, is it this one right here? Yeah, this SH Figure Arts Naruto a little bit, how the legs drop down. And it's just, it makes me think a lot of this style of a figure, the way the legs drop down. There's really no rotation here at the upper legs. It's on a ball joint, so they can kind of rotate a little bit there. But, I mean, let's see. So if you look at this joint, it looks like there is a rotation here, and I haven't gotten it to rotate. So I'm not sure if these are two separate pieces or what exactly. But it does rotate on the ball joint The right side a whole lot better than the left side. Double pin at the knee, or sorry, double pinless at the knee. He's got some skinny ankles right there. There is a rotation right there. Now, one thing is my left leg on this figure is very tight. I had to do what I refer to as a crack to get it rotating. So now it kind of rotates a little bit better. There is a hinge and a pivot at the ankle. This one is quite wobbly, and the left one kind of likes to get off-center just a bit. And he can stand pretty good. He's got this bit of what I would refer to as a rubber diaper piece there in the middle that kind of moves around and kind of gets in the way a little bit. If you want him to lean back, get him kind of straight here, but if you want him to lean back, he can lean back quite a ways. If you want him to lean forward, he can lean forward quite a ways. I'm trying to make sure it's just the middle section. He doesn't have an ab crunch, so to speak. It's just this is all open and squishy. He's got two ball joints, one in the upper torso, one at the waist, and this area is even squishy up here as well. There's a lot of squishiness happening through that torso. So the figure is really interesting. I'll say one more time that I really haven't ever seen the anime. Oh, there was something here I noticed. There's like something here in the back, and I don't know if it's actually supposed to come out or if this is something that was sealed. It came out. So there is... shoot, and I just lost it. And I just found it. So it's a little peg. Makes me think of the Halo action figures, where on the side of the leg a little piece comes out, or on the back a piece comes out. You could actually maybe rotate this thing around and tuck it in. I'm not sure if that's what it's meant for, and then you have a peg sticking out. I honestly don't know if I'm just... I mean, that falls out real easy, so that might not be what it's for. I don't know if this allows you inner workings. I don't see a screw in there. Maybe there'll be backpacks at some point that you can slide in there. I really don't know what this is for, but it actually came out pretty easy once I tried. And it does look like there's a bit of an indentation, like it's meant for you to dig that thing out. So anyway, here is Yuji Itadori. Again, you know, apologize if that was kind of a rough way of saying it, from Jujutsu Kaisen. And again, I got this just simply to see how well it stacked up next to Fortnite action figures, because that's where I would display it with our Fortnite figures, because this guy's from Fortnite, you know.